what's up? Lizzy Mathis here, and we are back in the kitchen with Lizzy. Hey. And I'm so excited today. I am making a cheesy cornbread, and it is so delicious. We are also gonna take it up just a notch, and we're gonna add a honey jalapeno butter to the top. You ready? Let's do this. First things first, we are gonna start with our dry ingredients. We're gonna mix them all together. We're gonna start with our cornmeal. Then we're gonna mix in our flour. We have some sugar. We have a little salt, because what is cornbread without a little bit of salt? We're also gonna add a little bit of baking soda and a little bit of pepper, you know, just for that little kick. Now we're gonna whisk all our dry ingredients together in our mixing bowl, and you wanna just mix it till it's blended, not too much. Now we're gonna make a little bit of a well. So grab a spatula, and you're gonna just kind of make a little hole in the bottom there. And then we're gonna add our wet ingredients. So we're gonna add our buttermilk. And buttermilk is really great, especially when like you're doing things like cornbread or muffins or biscuits, but it works really well in these type of recipes. We're also gonna add 2 eggs right into our well. And then we are going to mix. You wanna kind of get those eggs first, break up that yolk right in the middle, and then you wanna kind of incorporate the rest of the dry ingredients and mix those in. And once again, you don't wanna overmix. Overmixing makes your cornbread very like rubbery, kind of like rough. It doesn't keep that moisture. You just wanna kind of mix until all ingredients are wet until you see not so many lumps. Just like that, easy peasy. All right, so now we have our cheddar cheese, and this is a mix between mild and sharp. And kind of mix that very gently in as well. That looks beautiful, guys. This is a great mix. In the meantime, I have our cast iron over here on a very low heat, and we are gonna add butter to our cast iron and just melt it, because this will be what we put our cornbread in. And I love a good cast iron. Putting butter on the bottom allows us not to have it stick. I'm also gonna get the sides of this a little bit. And that bottom is just gonna be such a nice buttery layer on the bottom of our cornbread. Now, this recipe is great because you can pair it with so many things as well. Your stews and your chilies, your soups and things like that. Cornbread is always great to have with that. So we're gonna pull this off of the fire, and we're gonna just move it around a little bit more. Turn it, get it all nice into those sides. Ooh, that's skill right there. Okay, so now we are going to put our cornbread mixture right into our cast iron. Ooh, that looks beautiful. Make sure to really get all that cornbread mixture off the sides with your spatula. Oh, this is gonna be so good. All right, that's looking beautiful. Holla if you hear me, beautiful, gorgeous. Now we're gonna pop this in the oven at 425. Keep an eye on it because you don't want it to get too brown on top. So make sure you start checking it after 15 minutes or so, and just to like the brownness and the goldenness that you would like. Let's pop this baby in the oven. All right, so while the cornbread is baking in the oven, we are gonna make our very special, yummy topping for the cornbread. Now, this is a great way to spice up or add a little bit of kick. This is something that you can add, and it's very easy to make. So we are making a jalapeno honey butter. First, let's chop up our jalapeno. Chopping up a jalapeno, you have to be very careful to not touch your eyes after you do this. But you just want to take off that top and then slice down the middle. And depending on how spicy you want it, you de-seed it. So you just kind of like scoop out the middle and de-seed it. Now, if you want it to be a little bit more spicy, keep a little bit of those seeds inside. But if you just kind of want the flavor and a little bit of kick, take most of it out. Nice. All right, now just chop this up. And you want to chop it up as finely as you can, because you don't really want to eat chunks of like jalapeno. You want more the flavor than the actual chunks of it. So just chop it up as fine as you can. And if you don't know how to get it really, really fine on the first try, just keep on chopping. That's my trick. Just keep on chopping. Put it back in a pile and keep on. Jalapeno is nice and finely chopped. Now we are going to add our butter into our bowl. This butter has also sat out for a little bit, so it is softened. I'm just gonna use a fork and I'm gonna go through and I'm just gonna mash it. Perfect. Then we're gonna add our honey, and it's about 2 tablespoons of honey. And And we're gonna add about a quarter, depending on how spicy you want it, of our jalapeno. And now we're just gonna mix it together. And as you mix together, use the back of your spoon and just press it up against the sides of the bowl, and that will also soften the butter and mix everything together as well. Then scoop again. That's nice. If you want to be really fancy, you can also use a mixer to mix this butter. Then it'll get it kind of like whipped a little bit more. But this is just an easy, quick way to flavor your butter. Now, it is mixed. It looks delicious. It probably tastes even better. If you want to harden this butter, you can put this in the refrigerator about 20 minutes or so before you're going to eat your cornbread or whatever, so it softens a little bit. Let's go check on that cornbread and see if it's ready. All right, so we have our cornbread fresh out of the oven. It smells absolutely delicious. And look how golden brown this beauty looks. I see the little speckles of cheddar cheese all throughout, and we have our honey butter ready to go. All right, guys, let's cut into the cornbread. It is calling my name. So nice and warm. All right, guys, it feels so fluffy and moist. Oh, let's look at this baby. Oh yeah, look at that beauty right there. Ooh, still nice and warm. I see the smoke. And what's beautiful about it is that you can see the little speckles of cheese in the cornbread. It's a perfect golden brown. All right, so we have our cornbread sliced, our butter is melting on top. Let's go give it a try. All right, guys, we are finally outside. Let's take a bite of this delicious looking cornbread. I see that jalapeno honey butter melting on top. Let's get a nice bite. The cornbread is moist, delicious. That jalapeno butter has that sweetness, but a little bit kick. This is perfection. I'd probably eat this for breakfast and for dinner. All right.